Here to Transition Fans, this is Magick checking in for our September 2022 update. We got some exciting things happening this month, and I wanted to share a conversation that I've been in recently that is reminding me that people are not aware of something, that we have access to a lineage of teachings that's over at least 3,500 years old in our written records, if not older, which exposes us to traditions, activations, healing methods that restore our divinity, that restore our access to empowerment, that empower our lives so we can create the kind of life that we want to live. And I've been living this path for the last 9 years, having completely transformed my life, now living on the East Coast in Florida, beautiful Florida, with a pool in my backyard and the beach 10 minutes away from, although I love it, rainy Portland. Beautiful summers, but you have to endure lots of rain, right, to get there. And of course, my loving partner, my amazing family, the opportunity to travel all around the world and teach and share this beautiful knowledge with all of you. So what we get by having access to an open mystery school, a mystery school that's open to the public, is an opportunity to study these methods in classes, in workshops, in conversations that previously were secret, that were held back from the general population because frankly, we weren't ready. But I think all of you know, at least if you're watching this video, you're one of those seekers. You're one of those people that has acknowledged and recognized that there's a higher power at work in your life, that you want to develop some kind of relationship with it. And that in order to do that, you need help. Of course, you can get there by yourself, and there's many people that have been very famous in world cultural traditions, prophets, sages, other heroes that may have done that. But the reality is majority of the people need support. And that's why we as mystery school guides, having walked a few steps ahead of you in the path, not better than, not different than, just having walked a few steps further in this particular path, have the ability to then show those of you that are walking behind us in the path that there's an opportunity. And the fact that we're continuing to walk along this path is evidence enough that it's working for us, that it's an opportunity to motivate you to continue on your path as well, to know that there is help, that there is support. And just as you're getting guidance from us, we're getting guidance from our teachers who got guidance from their teachers, hence lineage, right? And the importance of lineage in a tradition of empowerment that puts all humans back into the driver's seat when it comes into their life. And remembering that the driver's seat actually is the heart. Notice I'm not pointing at my head, because the heart is what's going to lead us home. The heart is what's going to lead us back to our divinity, to our power. And while there is one open mystery school in the world today, again, it's very dangerous and hard for mystery schools to be open, because often they get attacked. Often they are not welcome, they're not taken seriously, or otherwise people write them off. And most mystery schools choose to remain closed, meaning you have to be invited in to the school to be able to study with it. And there are, in fact, 7 mystery schools in the world that are operating. They are traditional mystery schools, and they actually share many things energetically that link them, including the life activation, which is our core #1 most important session that anyone can do, right? And you only need to do once to activate all the spiritual gifts and divine potential in your life. So it's fascinating, right, that different mystery schools all have, around the world, all have the life activation session as a way to jumpstart that process along the path and supporting you in settling into your own empowerment. Now, there is a class that I'm teaching at the end of September called Magick of the 7 Mystery Schools, where you'll have an opportunity to energetically connect with and experience some of the magic of each of these mystery schools and become into relationship with them, to understand and maybe see some of the unwritten history behind what has happened in the world that has been driven by the mystery schools. And so I encourage you to stay in conversation with us and to be on our web looking at our calendar and to come to our meditations so you can get involved in this beautiful conversation that we're all in to create what we call Shambhala, or peace on earth, which is here and it's coming, and it also needs to be built at the same time by all of us. So come help us hold that energy of consciousness, help us bring in Shambhala energy to all parts of our life. And it starts with you. It starts with each one of us taking in and asking ourselves, how can we bring peace into our lives? How can we be that peace that we want to see out there in the world, right? So this month, actually this weekend is a really important weekend. So I'm glad I'm getting this video out earlier this week. But on Friday, we have our monthly recharge event. It's cacao ceremony and ecstatic dance, $17 to join the community in this celebration. It's also an opportunity to soak in some healing energy. And in the future, we're going to start giving some little giveaways of our holy water. And there's opportunities to take home some goodies as well from that. On Sunday, we have our Mystic Fair, which is an opportunity to get some healing or energy clearing. You can get a life activation re-up. You only have to do one life activation, but you can kind of bring that energy back into your life if you'd like via the Mystic Fair and light infusions. We're also doing some of our basic healings and like aura healings, shamanic soul retrieval, and things like that. So you can come into Mystic Fair, get some basic healings done, and enjoy the community that's gathering. Immediately prior to that, if you've attended our Empower Thyself program, if you are an adept initiate in the lineage of King Solomon, we are having an initiate gathering right before Mystic Fair. So keep that in mind. Every time we do Mystic Fair, we're going to have an initiate gathering beforehand. And that's just going to be us dropping in and facilitating a conversation about the Empower Thyself teachings and answering any questions that people may have. As your guides, we want to maintain our availability and make sure you always have access to us. And that's one way that we do that. And then actually, after that, Lilith is going to be facilitating the Sanctuary Meditation class, which is a methodology that you learn in Empower Thyself. But if you haven't learned Empower Thyself and want to learn a new meditation method called Sanctuary Meditation, it's a mystery school technique to access the inner world that helps us gather and organize around the knowledge that and the wisdom that we're intuiting and bringing in from our spiritual guidance. So Sanctuary Meditation is a tool for accessing your inner spiritual guidance. All right, so that's just this weekend. We have so much stuff happening. I hope that you come get involved, share your story. We want to know you, and we want to know how we can support you in your spiritual journey. So don't be a stranger. Come check us out, Temple Medicine and Spirit in Transition. And we are here to help illuminate and elevate this community to its next level. And we want you to be involved in that and help us and support us in that process. So looking forward to meeting you. And if you're old friends, looking forward to giving you a hug again. And thanks for all that you do in your life to hold the light. Be well.